My Taropist is now in session. Hi everyone, it's me Jess, owner of My Taropist. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here. Everyone, get ready for another My Taropist session. This is where we are about to take an overall look at your energy for the week, or our energy, I should say, as a collective. I just feel a little bit of heaviness going into this week, but I hope we end on a lighter note. I don't know how you all are feeling, but let's move through this energy together. Take a look into my eyes on whatever device or screen you are watching from, and take a deep breath with me. Ready? And shake them out, shake them out, shake them out, shake them. Whew. All right. So if you're not familiar with the My Taropist session, this is my signature spread. I'm doing a quick, shorter version of that. If you were to book a personal My Taropist session, we would be looking at your energy as it is presently right now in this moment to help inform you on how to make the best decisions on how to move through the current energies to get you to where you want to go, where you need to go, where you're trying to go, what you're working through, what you're working towards on your journey, my friends. So you can book a My Taropist session at mytaropist.com. In the personal My Taropist sessions, we do also clarify with dialectical behavioral therapy skills. So we give you some practical tools that you can apply to help you work through those energies. So you're working in the 5D and the 3D both simultaneously, my friends. It's a really great thing. So for now, though, we're just doing a quick, basically an energy check to look at what's going on in the mental energy of the collective, what's going on in our interpersonal relationships. We'll also look at love if that doesn't show up automatically. Interpersonal can speak to any of our interpersonal connections, okay? Family, friends, colleagues, any just general people that we're encountering in the world. We're also going to take a look at what's bothering or distressing you, if anything, and then we're going to take a look at your emotional energy. We'll wrap it all up maybe with some advice, see what the predictive outcomes. It just kind of depends on how the reading goes and how it flows. And then at the very end, I'm also going to pull a Sacred Safe Care Oracle card. Every My Taropist session that I'm doing here now, these weekly on Mondays, they'll be dropping not live, so please make sure your notifications are turned on and set to all, and you're subscriber to this channel so that you don't miss a single one. But for each one, I'm doing something a little bit different. This time I just felt like we all needed to kind of take a little deeper focus and look at self-care this week, because I feel like, I don't know how you feel, but I feel like as we're at the end of Capricorn season, I'm feeling this sort of like, hurry up, like let's get everything done, let's get it done right now energy. Maybe that's just me in my personal life, but if you're feeling that too as a collective, I feel like in those moments, regardless, we all go through those seasons, right? So regardless, I feel like in those moments, it's really important for us to take a little pause and a break and at least have something that we're doing to make sure that we're taking care of self, whether that be drinking extra water, having yourselves a water bottle everywhere you go and constantly, like all day, staying hydrated, my friends. That's a really simple way to do it, whether you're incorporating a morning like journaling routine, or if you're just making sure you take like a few minutes every day, a couple of minutes, a minute even, just to stretch it out, work through some of those energies that might be building up inside. Taking a few deep breaths every day. That's just a few little teeny tiny things that we can do, but we're going to pull a card and kind of see what we can all take with us for this week. So without further ado, let's get into it, my friends. All right. What is the overall? I'm going to pull one card for the overall energy for the collective this week. What is the overall energy for the collective this week? One card, and then we'll get into it. Please keep in mind that this is a very general reading, and the energies are fluid, so take what resonates, leave what does not. This is for the collective, so obviously not everything's going to apply to your specific circumstance. So again, take it as it resonates, leave what's not for you for who it is meant for, my friends, and let's go through it. All right, Justice. Justice is our energy for this week. That is the energy of Libra. Hi, Libra booze. And Justice, this also speaks to again, like doing what's right and what's fair, or focusing on what's right and fair for you, for the situation, for the circumstances. I'm going to see as we go into this reading how this might apply to the rest of the energies. But for me, I feel like what came up really, really strongly, and as I'm looking at this card, is this week focusing on putting aside our personal preferences, what we personally prefer, what might be a selfish ambition or desire, and to really looking at more what serves us as a collective, or just generally what is the most fair, most just, most kind, most right thing to do in any situation or circumstance that we're presented with, right? I think it's so very easy for us to just really react emotionally when things come up in our lives, to really kind of lean more into, well, this is what I want, well, this is how I feel, well, this is what I think. And it's so easy to kind of go that way rather than looking or thinking of things in a holistic way, right? And trying to move towards fairness, justice, equality, rather than me, my, I, okay? And instead thinking more like we, us, okay? Or even them. Sometimes we have to put our own personal preferences and feelings and biases aside and think about, okay, but honoring that, not dishonoring it, right? But then thinking, is that though what I feel, what I want, what I need, or what I think, or what I believe, is that right? Is that true? Is that fair? Is that just? Is that real in this situation, in this moment? Or can I maybe open my mind, and be able to kind of find a happy medium that serves all, So let's think about that as we go into this week, and let's move forward. It could also be some fairness, some justice coming down for all of y'all. So it could be that justice is due for you in your life, and it is time for you to get yours. So let's see how it plays out with the rest of the energies. Collective, what is going on in the mental energy of my collective this week? I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet as possible, my friends. Okay, wow. So there's a change, I feel like, coming, like a very massive change. And I feel like some of you guys are feeling a bit burdened by that change, okay? And it may not be just burdened, but mentally you could be preoccupied with all of the responsibilities, duties, or tasks that are a part of this change that's occurring. You got the 10 of Wands in this deck, that is burden, okay? And then you've got the Prince of Wands, which in this deck is instigation. So you see how he's kind of looking forward, this Prince of Wands, looking forward on the path ahead. He's got his torch in hand. He's ready to go right now. Ready to go right now. Like, he's looking ahead, and he's looking at the path ahead of him. It seems very expansive. And in my mind, that's kind of giving me a lot of, like, it's daunting, right? Especially with this 10 of Wands behind him on his back. And I don't know if it's a need that you have to release a lot of these burdens, cares, worries, things that have accumulated over time from the past cycle that you're moving through and moving past. If it's that you're needing to really kind of let go of these things in order to really move forward more nimbly, more swiftly on this expansive new beginning or change that's ahead. Why do I say change, friend? We have also the King of Discs on the bottom of the desk on the bottom I'm looking at my desk on the bottom of the deck, that in this deck is hello, deck, desk, discs, anyways, power. And then underneath that we have the Death card. So massive change. And with the Death card, it's also signifying, again, that need to like release and let go of some things from the past in order to move forward. It's a metamorphosis, I feel like. And then underneath that, of course, there's that Ace of Wands, that lovely Prince of Wands is holding that energy. So we've got energy, death, power, burden, and instigation. We have meditation underneath that, and disappointment. So I do feel like right now you guys are experiencing a metamorphosis in the season. We are coming to the end of Capricorn season, beginning of Aquarius season. We are fully immersed in the winter season right now. And I have mentioned before how for me winter season is like a time of hibernation. And it's also a season of sort of that cocooning before we all emerge as a butterfly in the spring, and this new beginning, this new season, the new year, the true new year in the springtime. So I feel like a lot of us might be doing a lot of inner reflection, a lot of meditation, a lot of like reflection again, but also I feel we're at that cusp of sort of like where the past and the present meet, right? Or the future meets, rather, not the present, but where the past and the future meet in that present moment, where we're kind of letting go of that past and getting ready and prepared for the future and moving forward. And with that sort of big, massive change, whether it be internal or external or a little bit of both, there's always this time of taking inventory of what we're releasing and needing to let go of. A lot of you are stepping into a season of strength, a season of power, a season of where you are taking on maybe some additional responsibilities. And I feel like for some of you, at least on that mental energy, it's like hitting you all at once. It's like, okay, I know that this new beginning and this massive change is occurring, and I'm really excited about it. Don't get me wrong. This is some really fantastic, beautiful energy. It's like, I'm really stoked for this new beginning. I'm feeling the change coming. I'm feeling this power, this bubbling up inside of me, maybe some really amazing creative ideas that are bursting inside of you that you're getting ready to give birth to. But at the same time, it's carrying with you this like weight of responsibility, of tasks, of, you know, things that you have to do, stuff you have to get settled. You know, you've got to tie up certain loose ends. You've got ducks, you know, you got to get your ducks in a row, so to speak. It's not necessarily an easy thing, particularly if you're having to let go of some things in order. There's that freaking Ten of Swords, and there's that Five of Discs. I knew it. So there is a massive loss with this, okay? There is a massive loss. There's a dying for some of you, a dying to an old self, an old way of life, an old way of living, an old way of thinking. For a lot of you, this is that mental energy, right? So for a lot of you, you're preoccupied again as you're in that letting go of and saying goodbye to the past and embracing the new, good energy that's coming through. And there's in between that sense of loss. I'm hearing devastation. For some of you, there was loss, devastation, heartbreak attached to it. But for a lot of you, again, it's just like that ouch of like the shedding of the old skin, which should be a painless process, but in reality, it's not. And so there's that meditative energy right smack dab in between of the new and the old, of the releasing, of the letting go, of the shedding, of the ending, of the dying away of the old, and the embracing of the new. Right smack dab in the middle is this meditative energy, this pause, if you will, in the process. And so now I feel like some of you are realizing, okay, that pause is about over, and now it's time to take action with this fire energy. And I know that, but that carries with it like this weight and burden of responsibility as I graduate and move towards this position and this new identity that is tied to, again, a greater sense of responsibility, of power, of strength, of, you know, of, it's sort of like heavy is the head that wears the crown kind of an energy. What's going on in the interpersonal relationships in my collective this week? What's going on in the interpersonal relationships of my collective this week? I want to say, like, what I'm hearing is, like, take it one step at a time, one task at a time. If you're feeling heavy in your head, right, with overthinking, and I'm not getting an overthinking energy, but if your mind is preoccupied and burdened with all of the duties and responsibilities or things that you're carrying with you on this journey ahead as you embrace this change. I feel like it's take one thing at a time. Don't look at it in a holistic way that sort of feels like a piling on mentally, but look at it as like, okay, let me do one thing at a time, take one step at a time. And for some of you, like, this path forward is wider, it's more expansive than maybe where you've been. So I feel like it's not something that you have to think of as like a treacherous journey ahead of you. It's like your path is actually getting easier. I feel like the worst and the hardest is behind you with that 10 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, all that icky banana kakafufu shishi is like on the other back end of it, right? So you're through the worst of it. This is just, okay, you gotta make that list. You gotta check it twice. You gotta cross off one thing at a time, my friend, and you can get through it, because where you're going, I'm saying, is a lot easier than where you've been. You know, it's a flat surface. I don't see rocks there. I don't see quicksand. I don't see, you know what I mean? I don't see a stream or a river or an ocean you gotta cross. It looks a little like a desert. That's all right. You got the fire. You're gonna be good. So I think it's just like, take it one step at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself with thinking of all the things you have to do at once this week, okay? All right, what's going on in the interpersonal relationships of my collective? What's going on in the interpersonal relationships of my collective this week? Ooh, okay. 6 of Cups. And this deck is Innocence. And on the bottom of the deck, you have, nice, okay, Planning and the Star. And then you have the 10 of Swords again underneath that star. So I feel like a lot of this change is also occurring in your personal life as some painful cycle has come to an end. You've been through the healing waters. You see how you're being reborn here. Look at this. It's the same figure. It looks very similar, at least. Anyways, the tattoos are in different locations. But you've got this, like, you know, this 10 of Swords. See how you've gone through this sort of backstabbing. Some of you might have been backstabbed or betrayed by people in your life, in your interpersonal relationships. Okay, some of you might have experienced that. A loss, a painful ending. And then with the Star energy, it's like you've gone through like this process of healing. You've waded in these healing waters, and you're feeling coming out of that healed. You know, you're coming out of that looking forward, because you've got 2 of Wands on top of that was bottom of the deck. So it's like you're looking forward, and that's planning in this deck. So it's like you're looking forward towards the future now, and you're feeling more hopeful and optimistic, I feel like, than ever before about your future when it comes to your interpersonal relationships. You could also be making plans that have something that's tied to like a wish fulfillment in this next year. For some of you, if you're in a relationship, you could have just come out of a really challenging or difficult time with your partner, and now you guys are looking forward to the future. You're healing together. You're now like not feeling so separated or isolated. You're feeling more like, okay, we're of the same mind. We're working together towards our plans for the future. We're helping each other through that. Okay. But you do have the 6 of Cups as the overall. So there could be this energy also of like sort of missing something or someone from your past. Okay. But I'm getting, generally speaking, that there's a lot of energy here of you being supported, you being helped, you being kind of on the same page with somebody, or at least like feeling like very hopeful about what's going to happen for you in the future. Even though you are in still like a little bit of this nostalgic energy. Tell me more about the 6 of Cups. You could also be, for some of you, you could be planning for a child or having a child, particularly if you went through, I'm hearing stillbirth. Some of you could have had a stillbirth or a missed pregnancy, or a pregnancy loss that didn't go full term, something to that effect. And if that's you, friend, I'm hoping this is not triggering in some way. I'm giving you some hope here, because what I'm getting is that some of you could be making some other plans about having a child in the future, and that could be putting you in a more optimistic and hopeful energy as well. So some of you could be making plans about a pregnancy or trying to get pregnant, especially again if you had it's been a rough road for you in that respect. Tell me more about the Six of Cups in my friends' interpersonal relationships. Okay, I'll take it. King of Wands. Some of you could be dealing with the Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. You could be missing an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or you could have one that's prominently in your life right now in terms of your interpersonal relationships. Some of you are... there is somebody that's really on the mind of some of you guys. If this is not like a love or a lover, it could be like a paternal figure or someone in your family that you have a lot of feelings for that you guys could be missing. And feelings doesn't mean romantic feelings, but just that you have a lot of love for, and you could be reflecting and thinking a lot about that person. That person could have been an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. They could have also been a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I also have Virgo energy. For some of you guys, you could be getting a lot of wisdom or tapping into, for some of you guys, there was somebody in your life who was a paternal figure or just a male figure in your life that was significant. Could have been one of those signs I mentioned. And in this season, you might be drawing on some past wisdom or knowledge that that person gave you, particularly if they did when you were a child. This could have been someone that was very significant to you as a child, like an uncle, a father, a grandparent, an older brother, someone like that. That could have been, it could have been a friend even too, but someone that imparted for you like some practical wisdom and knowledge. It definitely could have been a Leo for some of you. And I feel like you're kind of, it was somebody that I feel like was very stable in your life. This could be present energy also. Remember, energies are fluid in Tarot, can pick up on past, can pick up on present, can pick up on predictive, all right? When the overall for me, though, is Six of Cups, I tend to then read the rest of the energies as past, but take it as it resonates for you. I feel like this person was very solid and stable part of your life. Again, could have been a part of your family when you were a child. They could have been someone that was very foundational for you in your life when you were coming up. And again, imparted some particular like wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to you. And I feel like it's kind of fueling your sense of adventure right now, or like where you're going right now, or what you're trying to manifest and bring into your life. It's like there's something that I feel like in this week, like a memory or something that could trigger you that's like, oh yeah, Uncle so-and-so or my dad or my grandpa or whatever told me that thing that one time. And it's like something about that memory or that recollection of that wisdom that was imparted or practical knowledge or something, or a tip that someone gave you, even something like that. Or maybe it was just a saying that brought you some kind of joy or brings you some kind of peace in this season. It's like something that someone told you, I feel like, is coming back to your memory, and it's giving you a sense of like encouragement on this week's journey, okay? In your energy, it's like giving you this encouragement, or it's making you feel more like, okay, I've got this. A lot of this week is a lot about you tapping into your own inner strength and power and ability to move forward in this journey, in this season of change and growth and transformation for some of you. And I feel like you guys are finding that light of wisdom within you. And for some of you, again, that's tapping into that ancestral wisdom that was imparted to you from a young age. That's really helping you in this season, right? And encouraging you. And it's causing for some of you to be in a little bit of an energy of nostalgia as well. But I feel like it's helping you to feel really stable and really strong and really grounded in this season as you're like moving forward and manifesting something really beautiful into your life. Some of you could be manifesting a new love into your life as well. And for some of you, I feel like there's a reflection of somebody that you, again, was somebody strong and stable in your past from childhood that you see in this new person, or a quality or characteristic from somebody that you want to manifest in the new person that's coming into your life. If that makes sense for you. Again, some of you could be very much missing like a Leo in particular, because that came up in Major Arcana, and we've got a lot of fire energy here, but someone with like Aries, Leo, Sagittarius placements prominently in, or Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Virgo, again, very strongly as well. Okay. Anything new coming in love for my collective this week? Anything new coming in love? Let's see. Prince of Cups, introspection. Could be a younger water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We have King of Swords underneath that, authority. Clarity with the Ace of Swords. It could be also a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I do feel very much like there's a big change coming in y'all's life. You told me it's a change for the good and better. I'm definitely feeling, and I was hopeful for some optimism because I am feeling a shift in energy as we're moving through this and maybe coming to the end of the week. So I feel like even though we're not at a change of seasons per se, we are at a change of seasons in terms of going from Capricorn to Aquarius. And so it could very well be, as we're shifting over from Capricorn to Aquarius season, that you guys will feel that shift internally as well. Some of you may be feeling it already. I'm not trying to read astrology, y'all, but I feel like as we're moving into Aquarius, there's some stuff about to happen. And I feel like a lot of us as a collective are going to be getting a lot more clear and decisive about what it is that we want for our futures. And that even pertains to future people, what we want in a future person. And I'm standing by what I said before in terms of some of you are coming to this realization of like, oh, I want my person they need to have these qualities and characteristics of so-and-so had, or they need to be a stable, grounded person for me. Like, stability is important to me because that's what so-and-so provided for me, financially, emotionally, whatever it is. And I feel like for some of you, it's both of those things, and financial and emotional stability you'll find is more important to you, maybe top of your list more so than maybe it was in the past. But I feel like, again, some of you or you're remembering, oh, my dad once told me blah, blah, blah about men, or my mom once told me blah, blah about, or my dad once told me blah, blah, blah about women, even whatever you prefer. It doesn't matter. But the point is I feel like some of you guys are getting super clear on what it is that you want. And I feel like you're having a major epiphany and aha moment this week during a time of introspection. So I really feel meditation, and we'll see what your self-care oracle card says, but I really feel like meditation is going to be very key for this week in terms of making sure you take a little bit of time every day in meditation to just let go of those 10 of Wands energy going on up here, tap into down here, get really clear with yourself, with spirit. And I feel like you're gonna have some very significant aha moments of clarity this week on what it is that you truly want. That's gonna help you bring in and manifest more quickly what it is that you want, even instantaneously seeing something change for the better in an instant for some of you. Okay, like an instant aha, right? That's going to help you to make a very clear decision. For some of you guys, someone is making a decision about you and your relationship. That could be you in this week. I see some of you are definitely, something in your love life is about to change dramatically, quickly for the good. So some of you could very well be getting someone confessing feelings for you unexpectedly, someone asking you out unexpectedly, someone coming back into your life unexpectedly with an apology or a kind word or a greeting that's pleasant. I feel like there's an unexpected energy coming in with regard to your love life this week. Okay. Let's see, what is bothering or distressing my collective this week, if anything? If anything, okay. What's bothering or distressing my collective this week, if anything? Okay. What is bothering or distressing my collective this week, if anything? Collective. What's bothering or distressing my collective this week? Whoa, flying out the Tower again. Okay, so there is a Tower moment this week, my friends. Woo, some truth is coming to light. The Moon card is on the bottom of the deck. 8 of Wands. Oh, okay. High Priestess. Wow. Yeah, and then meditation under the high priestess. I'm telling you guys, this is the week to get into meditation. There is something major shifting for you guys. Again, like I said, for the better. Don't be afraid of this tower moment. I feel like this is a good tower, but I feel like you guys it's going to be unexpected. Some hidden truth is coming to light unexpectedly. You're going to get some kind of download from spirit. Some of you guys maybe have never experienced that in your meditative time. You might suddenly, like, very clearly hear the voice of spirit in your inner man, inner woman, inner person, okay? And be like, whoa, what's that? Like, oh, I've never experienced that. It's a fun time, friends. It's a fun time when spirit starts speaking. And that may be unexpected for some of you guys, okay? In your meditative time, you could just have this, like, again, leveling up in your spiritual walk, in your spiritual path, really feeling deeply, deeply attuned and connected to spirit. It may shift your whole perspective, your whole way of thinking. You may have a moment like that this week where you're like, whoa, I'm wide awake. I am wide awake. My third eye is all the way open. I'm seeing things like I never saw before. It's like, have you ever seen the movie, I think it's called They Live? I'm pretty sure it's called They Live. But there are these, like, alien creatures, alien beings, right? That are walking among us, but we can't see them with our naked eye. But there are these glasses, and you put them on, and it's like all of a sudden you can see who's the, like, lizard people. And, well, they're not lizard people. I think they're, like, robot-looking creatures. Anyway, you can see them and distinguish them from the regular folk walking around. So I don't know if it's going to go as deep as all that, but I'm just saying, I feel like there's some major hidden truths being revealed to you this week in a very unexpected way. For some of you, there is somebody coming back around from your past this week. That's coming up pretty strong too in this. So for some of you guys, you could very unexpectedly hear from some of you could be hearing from somebody who's passed. Maybe you're connecting to an ancestor, not just in the way that I said earlier, but maybe you're, something's being imparted to you, okay, in an unexpected way. Some of you could be receiving some kind of, like, psychic abilities, prophetic abilities, giftings from spirit this week. Some of you guys, though, again, it's giving that there is somebody, for some of you guys, coming back around after a period of separation, potentially, wanting potentially, like, a new beginning. Yeah, after a period of separation. For some of you guys, this is a father, that you've been in separation from, or a patriarchal figure. It could be an old boss for some of you guys. It's somebody who's at a distance from you. There's a lot of major arcana coming out here. So this is going to be a big, big deal. So I understand the apprehension here because it's a lot. But for some of you, there's somebody potentially at a distance from you who is maybe wanting a new beginning. I don't know if y'all are going to trust it. Someone you've been in separation from, someone maybe you've blocked for good reason, or you just needed a break from them, or, you've been healing from them. I'm getting Aries, Pisces, lots of Piscean energy. That could be your sign or somebody else's. Leo energy again. Cancer energy. Aries again. So, but I get that there's, like, some unexpected coming out of the dark moment, okay? Whether that be just you getting some major downloads or someone coming back. Tell me more about this tower, and then we'll move on. I don't want to take too long for y'all on this. 7 of Discs. And then King of Swords again. Ooh, and the Devil, though. And the Star. More and more and more major arcana. There's something, this is a really significant week for some of you guys in this energy that I'm reading. Okay, for some of you all, this is a really important week. Very pivotal week in terms of your growth and transformation. Again, I'm getting so strongly we're in that in between the past and the future. And I don't mean the present. What I really mean is we're at that transitional time, that cocoon time. I mean, we are always in the present, no matter what time it is. But you know what I mean, symbolically. So it's like, and for some of you, it's giving hurry up and wait. And I feel like I just read this first. Either it was for in an all signs or it was in last week's. But I'm getting such this hurry up and wait energy. It's like some people have been waiting for something for a very long time. And then it's like all of a sudden, wham, bam, things are moving quite quickly. And not even quickly, but it's like suddenly, all of a sudden. It's not even a quick, it's like, it's not even with the quickness. It's just like, boom, bam. Like you've been manifesting this thing in your life, right? And you're like, comfortable in that because you're living in your end. It's all good in the hood. But then it's like all of a sudden out of nowhere, boom, like the manifestation comes to fruition and it hits you just like that. So it's giving that. And if this is a person that comes back to communicate with you, I do feel like this is, again, not someone you've been in separation with for like a couple days. Like, I forgot to, like, I left them on red for a couple days or whatever. No, this is like, it's been maybe 7 months, maybe 7 years, maybe at least 7 days, at least a week, but for a lot of you, much longer than that. And it's like all of a sudden, here they are with their toxic self, because I don't know if this is a good person. For some of you, it's fine. You've already healed from this. But they might be bringing some bull, cocky banana, foo-foo, shishi with them. Be careful also that there isn't like some kind of a blow-up or a fight or an argument this week with somebody. And if it is, it's one of those situations where it's been building, and then poof, someone explodes. So if you have a tendency to kind of have a little bit of a temper, my friend, you know this, please do what you need to do to temper it, to kind of calm yourself down, to kind of try to heal. I also feel like some of you might be facing some kind of a power struggle in this week with somebody. There may be a changing of the guards, I'm hearing, for some of you. So maybe you're taking over a role of responsibility and taking it from someone else. So in that changing of the guards, there could be a little bit of a scuffle of sorts, you know, verbally or otherwise. I also feel like a lot of you guys are feeling a lot of stress or anxiety. There could have been something that someone said to you, or some truth that came out, some knowledge, or something that was shared with you, some information for some that was just shared with you that kind of gave you a lot of stress, and is kind of putting you in this feeling of like, oh my God, I have to do this thing. I'm now responsible for this. It could have something to do with your work, career, finances, or something that you're responsible for, money, business, something like that. And I feel like for some of you guys, you're stressed about this. You're stressed about this for some reason. You might be stressed about how it affects your financial stability for some of you guys, how it affects your position, your role of leadership, or your role at work, or something like that, okay? Or what you do for work or job or career. Your duties, your responsibilities, what you're responsible for. So for some of you guys, you're kind of like really trying to heal from that. And just be careful. Like you might be anticipating like something coming up, like something to do with the government or rules or laws or regulations or something like that, or just getting more bad news or bad information. But I don't feel like it's going to be bad. So I feel like you might be worried for nothing. You might be stressed for no reason. So before you work yourselves up in a mental quandary, just have a little bit of grace and patience with yourself. And if this is a person coming around to you, I would exercise some caution, but I feel like you've already done enough healing and you are at this good place. So don't let this disrupt your peace and where you're going and where you're headed. Keep your eyes on the prize. Keep focused on your goals, and don't let anyone else deter or distract you from that, okay? I also feel like for some of you guys, work could become a little stressful this week. And just take it again, like one step at a time. Pace yourself. I feel like pacing yourself is going to really be key here. And getting your anger under control and controlling your tongue is going to be key also. There may be, again, some like clashes with authority figures in your life as well. But try to avoid that if you can. You could be dealing this week with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Aquarius is pretty prominent here. And also Capricorn energy is pretty prominent here. Scorpio energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right. What is going on in the emotional energy of my collective? And then I'm going to get you all a self-care oracle card, my friends. Okay. What is going on in the emotional energy of my collective this week? What is going on in the emotional energy of my collective this week? All right, let's see. And then we'll tie it all together and get you that self-care card. Because I feel like we need it this week, friends. I really feel like we need it this week. I can feel it. I felt it from the top, and it's not proving me wrong. So, collective, what's going on in the emotional energy of my collective this week? By the way, if you like this deck, this is the Field Tarot. It's one of my faves. Whoa, not all of those. Thank you. What's going on in the emotional energy of my collective this week? Okay. That's good to see. Oh, that's good to see. Oh, wow. Emotional energy is looking dang positive, my friends. Lots of Leo showing up. So you could be a Leo. You could have Leo prominently in your chart. You could also be dealing with the Leo. If you're dealing with the Leo, if that for the people that show up, you got a lot of fire showing up, by the way, just so you know, in your mental, in your interpersonal, and in your emotional. So a lot of you could be a fire sign or dealing with a fire sign who's watching this. So you have here great emotional energy, by the way, friends. Strength. The Wheel of Fortune. And the Four of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have the Sun card. Underneath that, Two of Swords and the Devil. So some of you guys this week are having some difficulty making some decisions. And again, I feel like that goes back to the mental energy, right? And a lot of times the mental and emotional are connected in some way. So there's a light at the end of the tunnel here. Some of you guys, like, just to be totally like black and white with it, there is a Leo that is helping you make decisions. And if you're a Leo, you are helping yourself, my friend. No, you're leaning into your strength, your own personal strength and power, and abilities and authorities to make certain decisions in your life. But for some of you guys, I feel like you're getting some kind of support in making some kind of decisions where I feel like you maybe have are having trouble or struggling with it. I feel like mentally there's a bit of a quandary. Some of you guys, that could be something that you have a challenge with in general, making decisions, or you're just feeling blocked when it comes to your mental energy. It could be because you're feeling a lot of weight, heaviness of responsibility. A lot of you guys are moving, like, are having some kind of a wish fulfillment or a dream come true when it comes to like leveling up financially, with work, with career, with responsibilities, taking on some additional things that I feel like, or something connected to your 3D energy where you're having to step up into a place of power and authority in your life. And it's a positive thing that's happening, but it's also putting you in this sort of mental like quandary, right? But I feel like and a lot of this is, it's new for you, right? But I feel like you're tapping into a lot of emotional strength. You're feeling emotionally strong, stable, capable. I feel like whatever this positive changes that's happening for you, for some of you, it's like a change in residence. For some of you, you're celebrating a marriage or a union. For some of you, you could be like solidifying. And I feel like this is kind of not going to necessarily apply with some of the other mess. So again, with these readings, with the My Therapist session, I'm picking up maybe different people's stories. So over there, I might have been telling like, you know, Casey's story, and over here I'm telling Julia's story or Mark's story, and I'm throwing out some of my friends. Hey friends. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, so take what's yours and apply it as you will. But what I'm saying is that whoever I'm reading this energy for, if you are in a relationship, you could be in like a relationship that's changing in terms of like you guys are uniting. You could be celebrating a marriage. You could be celebrating moving in with somebody. You could be celebrating like making something official. You could be celebrating but for a lot of you guys, what I'm getting more so is this is you coming into this like a season where you're feeling a shift when it comes to your emotional energy, where you're feeling stronger, you're feeling happier, you're feeling joyful, you're feeling optimistic. You're like, whatever this change is, even if it's burdening you here, okay, on a mental level, and on an emotional level, it is like fireworks. It's like emotionally you are happy. I mean, like, because I'm happy, like, it's making you happy. This is a positive change, my boo-boos. Like, you can't get really much happier. Like, it's making you feel strong. It's making you feel brave. It's making you feel like the sun is coming out tomorrow. Bet your bottom. Ooh, and as I looked down, my time was 4-4-4-4. Okay? And we got the 4 wands here, boos. Okay? All things are coming into alignment, into harmony, into balance in a very happy way. You're on the right track. God's got your back. You know what I'm saying, friends? So emotionally, this is a good week for you. I feel like you're feeling happy about some new, good coming into your life, or this season of new, good, positive change. Okay, and I feel like you're feeling supported, or you're feeling strong, at least in an emotional way. Like you're very happy about this shift that's happening. Although in other areas and aspects of your life, it's giving you a bit more pause. And mentally, you might be feeling like the weight and the burden here. But emotionally, this is a really awesome week for you. You're very strong emotionally, and a lot of this has to do with, again, you feeling super positive about this change that's getting ready to occur. That is some new good stuff for you, boo-boos. So, let's go. I want to see what is the self-care oracle card for my collective. Self-care oracle. You got something that you're going to be celebrating this week, or at least like a lot of joy popping off this week for you guys. Self-care. What is the self-care oracle card that will help my collective move through these energies this week? What is the self-care oracle message that will help my collective move through these energies this week? So I really feel like you guys got this. Just have some patience with yourselves. Don't move too fast. Take things a bit slowly. Take it one step at a time. One bite at a time. Chew slowly. Don't scarf it all down at once. And I think you're going to be okay. Tons of fire in all of this. So, a lot of like maybe creative passion, creative juices, a lot of action, forward movement, forward momentum happening for you guys, a spark being ignited, within you and around you and through you. I do feel like a lot of you guys could be fire signs, or dealing, have fire signs around you, supporting you, uplifting you, guiding you in this week, or providing some assistance, some enlightenment this week. A lot of good energy, honestly, if you guys can just take some deep breaths and move through this transition. All right, collective, what is the self-care oracle message we have for my boo-boos? Whoa, not that. Self-care. Okay. So we have 2 that came out. Woo! I've been feeling that I needed this, so this is a confirmation for me. But you got card number 34, massage. So some of you guys need to book that massage, and if you've been feeling like me, boos, and you've been feeling that you need one, this is all of our confirmation, okay, y'all? We need to book that massage. This is also, I feel like, with this card, paying attention to particular pressure points. So if some like aches and pains and certain things are coming up for you, like for example, like you get a headache, there are certain pressure points on the body acupressure that can like really help to clear that. For some of you, other things that might be, irking or ailing you, maybe time to kind of look at, again, acupressure or something, or look at map the body to see where those pressure points are, that you can maybe do some self massage to kind of work through some of those energies. Also, just like, I said it at the top of this one, is like we tend to store a lot of that stuff inside. So working through that, moving through that. And again, here we go, clear your energy field. So that was your other card. So some of you guys might need to do some saging of your space this week, also clearing out those energies. I know I'm going to be doing some deep cleaning this week, so I will also make sure some ASMR for you. I don't know. So I will make sure I'll also remember to do some saging and cleansing of the air. So these are some great cards. On the bottom of the deck, we have Dance, which I love also, because again, this is more like of that somatic therapy and like moving through those energies. So what I'm getting from all of this is there's a lot of energy clearing that needs to happen within us and around us. And so I feel like that will also help make you feel a bit lightened in your load, okay? Particularly in this mental load, and for you to move through how maybe for some of you jarring this tower moment may be, right? So again, doing a lot of moving the energies through our body so they're not stagnant within us, and then also clearing the energies around us this week. So that is what I have for you, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me on another My Taropist session. I'll ring the rooster for you guys. Let us all take one deep breath together, a good cleansing breath. Make sure that that exhale is longer than your inhale. Ready? And release. Shake them out, shake them out, shake them out, shake them. I release you with love, and I thank you for this fantastic time that we've had together. I know it was virtual, but I felt it in spirit. I hope you did too, and I will see you very soon. All right. Thanks, guys. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Please and thank you. And if you haven't subscribed, we'd love to have you join the tribe. I will be live with another All Signs on Thursday, so join us for the live and keep an eye open because I've got some more individual sign readings dropping this week. Thanks, guys. Have a great one. Bye.